I'm gonna really need some help on this one, guys. I was just doing some more screenwriting this morning, some ideas for some filmmaking, and I looked in the mirror, and sometimes this happens when I grow a beard out. I got constantly just hexed in the head, you know, a really painful feeling in my head, and a mind control from the witch, putting her feelings through me. I think the witch is Daniel Haim. Probably because of how pretty and distinct looking I am as a man. It hurts my head so badly. It's happened for so many years now in my life, as an adult. Especially since I started to get some scruff on my face when I don't shave as a man in my 20s. You know, like a real capable sort of man. And I get hexed when I look in the mirror. And it's happened so many times. And it happens more often when I grow out my facial hair, my beard, like a little scruff. It could be whatever. A mustache or I don't do any goatees or anything. I just let it grow out sometimes. And I get hexed in my head like I'm a real life criminal or like a serial killer, and that I have wet semen and moles all over my neck, and that my neck is like a slab of meat. Like I have a deer neck, like I'm a carcass, getting ready to get slaughtered. And this anger, I saw this Burger King stuff on social media, and I don't know what that's about, and that's not even from the witch. In my life, I don't really get so mad in my head. I'm a pretty standoffish person. I don't let people around me so often. I don't think that sort of person will get, mad in the head like some Burger King figure with like a deer slab neck. Like they're gonna die from these people around them. Or like, dude, what's this like Burger King stuff on social media? Like I said, I was just doing some more screenwriting this morning. Some nice comedy. I write comedy sometimes when I'm doing some screenwriting or some brainstorming. And so I was doing some screenwriting, and sometimes if I'm writing, I'll like grow out my beard a little bit. I'll be scruffy. And I looked in the mirror, and I don't know, like my eyebrows and my eyes are so piercing, and I'm so masculine looking. Duh. I'm 31 now. And I get witched really bad, hexed, like I'm a real life serial killer, like a real life criminal, and that my neck is like a deer carcass that's about to spill blood, and it's from this witch. I believe her name is Danielle Haim, and I can't believe I saw this Burger King stuff on social media, and with my my look, I look like a movie star, a rock star, movie star, rock star, and I don't know what's going on with people out there. If they're taking sides with this witch that gives me this deer carcass feeling, like I'm gonna have wet semen and moles all over it. And Angel Gabriel visited me and said I could get raped or killed with his pupils beaming through mine. And I just gotta know that I'm safe. I have a halo from Angel Michael, the guardian angels. And for a lot of years in my life, I've had, since my childhood, sometimes I'll look in the mirror and this witch will make me feel like I'm going to go to jail forever, and I'll never escape. That I did something really bad. I don't do anything bad. I'm an artist. And I hate this Burger King stuff on social media. I don't know if that's from black people or what. Yeah, this stuff that I'm in, people are interacting with me like they've never even met me before. Mostly I'm like in a coffee shop and I'm like typing on my computer and I'm like writing another song. And it's, some really good feeling, like a folky song, maybe a folky song. And then, obviously this badass hard psychedelic rock music and rock artists, if you're not the type of person that gets into like physical altercations or fistfights, you're just not. And I'm a writer type. And that's why I had to be in Minneapolis, and now I can't even be over there because of this witchcraft and this mind reading device they placed on my head. And I don't know how long these people are going to take away from my life, but how many times am I going to have to look into the mirror and get totally brain damage because I have so much stress in my head. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened with people seeing through my head. And I'm so talented, I'm so gifted, that I think that they interact with me like I'm a real life criminal or something like that. And something's wrong with people out there in their heads. They have something wrong in their head. And I don't know if their brain is rotting. By the way, sometimes when people interact with people in a really, hateful way, in a real mean way, it means their brain is rotting. Like all this back pain I feel right now, I have severe back pain. And my eyeballs, I have severe pressure in my eyeballs. Right now I have sudden severe back pain. And it's happened since I was a child. I've never gotten treatment for back pain because it'll just happen randomly, but I don't normally experience it, but I have to go through all this back pain that I feel. But when I look in the mirror, if I grow like some scruff on my face, this witch will make me feel like I'm a slab of cold meat, like a deer carcass with like semen and moles all over my neck, I guess. And, my curls, I looked like such a fiery man. And by the way, the Holy Spirit came to help me in my life from this witchcraft, and it's happened since I was a kid. They let it happen to me so long I got christened in my brain, like a science project. And the archangels and the Holy Trinity came to me in St. Jude Thaddeus. And right now I'm suffering from really bad back pain. First this morning it was like a hexing on my head when I looked in the mirror. Now it's a sudden back pain. And this has been happening to me for years and years and years and years. And nobody's ever helped me with it. And people like turn bad around me. People around me, they like turn bad. And I think they're like rotting in the head and something's wrong with their brain. Because I'm really, all I am, if people don't like something about me, it's because I'm standoffish. And I spend time alone because I'm an artist. And I like to write, and I like to write my guitar songs. But for some reason, people around me, they started to attack me in my life. And I don't know if their brain's rotting, but sometimes when people's brains are rotting, they attack people. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd be attacking somebody. But that's something that happens sometimes. And people need to look out for my safety. And people that are attacking me out there, maybe their brain's rotting because they actually saw through my head too. I mean that in real life. Like some sort of paranoia or some schizophrenic activity. There's something really wrong with people in the world out there, man. And I'm going to need some safety and security. And people around me start to act strangely and like open doors into me or like yell at me and do all this weird crap. And the worst I do, I guess like the worst thing I do is like sometimes I'll screenwrite comedy. And I think that's like the most negative thing that they experienced in their head to make it brain rot or something like that. Or my rock songs, like my songwriter songs, you know. So, yeah, if you've ever seen me look in the mirror and I've got a lot of stress on my head, and all I do at the time is I look in the mirror and I say, holy smokes, I have so much stress in my head right now. And all I notice are like, you know, those normal things when you look in the mirror, how distinct I look as a man. And there's something really wrong with people out there, man. And maybe their brains are rotting. You know, actually because I became so famous and legendary as an artist, and I mean that too. Sometimes people's brains start to rot because they don't get to be liked by other people like I do. I mean that sincerely. There's something really wrong with people out there. I need a lot of safety. I need a lot of help. I need a lot of security. And if you meet me in the world of arts, let me tell you one thing. You know, I'm not like some criminal. Unless it has to do with the arts, then for sure I am, you know. I'm quite the criminal. I'm way too talented. And I'm way too big as an artist to let people spend time with me because people really have it out for people like that. Probably because I'm a writer. I do everything myself. I write all my songs. I write down any film ideas. I'll just write them myself. And yeah, something's really wrong with people, man, around me. And they're acting really strange, like they attack me. And they're seeing through my head. And it's maybe because the brain is rotting. And those are the people we need to look out about. And I think the witch is Danielle Haim. And she's been doing this stuff my whole life. And her brain is rotting.